We were either incredibly brave or incredibly stupid. Maybe even both. Hi friends, it is Johnny back with another video, and it is time for another story time. This week, I tell you some more spooky stories from our house in New York. So when I was about 8.5 to 9 years old, my parents bought a house in New York. We were always living in apartments before that. And it was a two-family house, so they rented upstairs to my aunt and my cousins, and we took the first floor. It was the first time that we had a backyard, so we were all really excited about that. And my parents decided a few months in to buy a basketball hoop, so we could all go out to the backyard and play and have a nice time and get some air. So after school and after work, we'd go out to the backyard and play. My dad worked late and my aunt had night shifts, so it was only my mother and my 2 to 3 cousins, depending on the week, my sister, and myself. So all in all, 5 to 6 of us. We'd all get home, we'd go to the backyard, play some basketball, joke around, just pass the ball around, have a nice time. Where the basketball hoop was in the backyard, it was facing a little bit towards the house. So like when we'd throw the ball, you'd be facing a little bit like at an angle, like towards the corner of the house. So one day my cousin threw the ball and I'm following the ball with my eye. And as I'm following the ball with my eye, I noticed somebody looking down at us from the second floor, which is my aunt's bedroom, which shouldn't be a thing because my aunt, again, worked night shifts and it was only like 4 or 5 o'clock. She wouldn't be getting home until like 1 or 2 in the morning. So I pointed out to everybody and I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't look like I'm pointing, so if there's somebody in the house, they don't see that I spotted them. So I'm like, does anyone else see that there's someone upstairs? And people like looked up and everyone saw somebody with their hand moving the curtain, looking down at us. And then when they noticed that we all were like looking up at them, you saw the curtain go back to the way it's supposed to be, like they left. My mom, being the only adult, she like, hold on, and goes up, running up to the first floor, because the way the house was, the backyard was level with the basement, and then you had to go upstairs to the first floor, and then there's the second floor. So my mom runs up to the first floor to grab a weapon, and then runs up to the second floor. My oldest cousin follows behind her with a knife, just to, you know, give her some backup, and the rest of us, my sister goes into her room, and my cousin and I go and kind of like stand guard at the front door, so if anybody's coming out while they're upstairs looking, they can't get past because people will see. Again, incredibly brave or incredibly stupid, one of the two. I can't decide because we were literal children. What were we gonna do? I was like 9 at this time and my cousin had to be 12. What were we gonna do? But we're just there standing at the door like some kind of bouncers, like, no one's getting out of this house past us. Like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? My mom and my cousin come down, they didn't see anybody. We say no one passed us, and so we all kind of have a weird moment. Mom's like, maybe I took too long to get up there and they got out by the time we noticed. So we kind of put it in the back of our heads, like that was weird, but whatever. The next day, it happened again. We're outside playing. I look up at the window and I see somebody looking down. I point it out again. And while the person is up at the window, my mom goes running up. We follow her. My sister goes back into her room. My cousin and I stand by the front door. My mom and my other cousin go running up the stairs. They scour the apartment. Again, no one. So by this point, we're a little weirded out. We don't understand what's going on. Like, is someone breaking into the house? If they are, how are they getting out? We don't know. This happens many more times. We're outside, we're playing, we're having a nice time, we're joking around, you know, just kikiing, playing music, dancing, throwing basketballs and stuff. And all of a sudden, we'll see somebody looking down at us from the second floor. We'll all go running. There's nobody there. There's no sounds, no footsteps upstairs, other than my mom and my cousin looking around. No one gets past us going down outside or anything like that. There's no one. And we knew the house was already a little funky by this point. We already knew, like, we had seen a few things. Child me said some creepy things about the house. I might talk about that in another video at some point, or maybe a TikTok, I don't know. It would happen again and again. We would go outside, have a nice time. We'd see somebody staring down at us. We'd run in, nothing. Just like a shadow figure. It wasn't like you couldn't even see any features. You would just see my aunt's curtain and like a hand, like you would see the hand, you would see the fingers and everything, pull the curtain back, and you'd see like a silhouette of a person. Like you didn't see any features staring down, but you knew the head was tilted, looking down at us. We would run upstairs, or just kind of like stare in like shock, and it would disappear. You'd just see the hand let go and the curtain go back to normal. All in all, We never figured out who it was, what it was. We just say the shadow figure that was watching us. That's about it. When it first happened, Mom told Dad. He got freaked out. He was a little upset, you know. He was a police officer at that time, and he's like, you know, how am I out there defending the city and I can't defend my family because somebody's being a creep and broke into our house? But then he kind of realized that it wasn't somebody that broke into the house, because one day he was home himself and it happened, and he and Mom ran up the stairs, and the rest of us kind of like stood downstairs by the front door, and again, nothing. So they're like, okay, I guess we just have a visitor.
Okay.
And we just had to play it like that from then on. It's like, okay, that's the shadow figure watching us play. I don't know if he likes it or not, and I don't know if it's a he, but I feel like it's a he. All in all, I kind of feel like it was probably just like gauging us, like seeing like, oh yeah, they seem okay since we were the new family in the house. Maybe it's just like, oh, so these are the people that bought the house. They have a family, they seem to be family oriented. Maybe it's a good thing, I don't know. They are really rowdy though. That might be them being Puerto Rican though, who knows? Maybe they didn't like the noise. I don't know. Who knows? All I know is we were trying to have a nice time, and some creepy shadow figure was just staring down at us while we're playing. That wasn't my first shadow figure. I told you about the first shadow figure in a previous story time, and it wasn't the last shadow figure. I might tell those stories later on. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I really enjoyed making it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and bing bong the ding dong down below to be alerted to when I make a new video. And until next time, maybe go check out some of my other stuff. I have some more story time, some fever dreams, some Florida men, some randomness, and some Let's Plays. I have a little bit of something for everybody. And while you're at it, maybe go share your favorite video of mine with your friends. We can always use some more friends on the channel. And until next time, bye! Maybe he just wanted to play with us. Who knows?